for? You know, every day she in this trailer park 2 to 3 times a day. Sometimes she in this trailer park. I said, I'm surprised. I ain't heard no crazy stuff, you know, because you know they look for stuff to put on you. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. They do. Oh, they look for some stuff to put on you now, you know. Oh, she must be smoking or something. Well, she in there all the time, you know. What is she doing? You know what? I told her this morning, I said, you know, I just realized them my people. I said, Jesus Christ, them my people. Now I said, ain't that something? Look here now. I don't go sit at what you would call quote unquote preachers. Y'all can sit down. I don't go sit at preacher's house, you know. Occasionally I might get a chance. I hadn't even had the privilege of are you recording?
Ma'am?
Are you recording?
No ma'am.
I haven't had the privilege yet. I'm going to put this on Facebook. I haven't had the privilege yet to go to Vicky's apartment. I did have the honor of going to that's fine. I did have the honor of going to the Colemans, to, you know, by their house. I think I probably only been out there once since they, you know, did all that remodeling that they done. You know, they got a mansion out there. You know, so they but I don't really go places. You know, I don't. But every day, or every other day, or something, make sure you share it to my page. I am in that trailer park, right? So I said, now I'm surprised that there hadn't been. I might can find it right here. I said, I'm surprised that there hadn't been any fibs put out on me concerning, let's see here. I'll get it. And I said, I'm surprised there ain't been no fibs. But the thing of it is I realized that what I'm doing is, I said, those are my people. And what's so crazy about it is, these would be rejects. You know, most people that folk don't want to be bothered with, you know. Most folk that they would say they burn their bridges, you know what I'm saying? But these are my people. And I go in just to make sure that I see them faces, to make sure they're alive, you know. I go in, you got some food? You know, all these little type stuff I'm going in to make sure. So I realized something. This past week I I reached out to someone. And I said, you know, I asked him, you know, was it anything that he needed some help with? You know, if he needed some groceries or just anything. And so he was like, yeah, I could use some groceries and however. So I was like, all right, I'll tell you what, you know, he came, I was up here at the building. He came up here to the building where I was. And so we left from here and went down to the store. And what got me, you know, he was really like, people are not used to folk being good. That's something right there that we should really be ashamed of as humans, really. When you are not used to people being good, you can't receive or accept, you know, people being genuine with you. So we go in the store and I'm like, okay, go ahead, you know what I'm saying? You go give him a buggy, you get what you want. He's very skeptical of what he's picking up. He was very skeptical of what he was picking up, you know. And I was like, no problem, you know. This kind of stuff, he's like, oh no, I ain't get. get what it is that you want. I said, as a matter of fact, while we was in the store, it came back to my mind about a lady that had sent me a message. I think it was the day before or the day before that, and asking about some food, and I forgot to get back to her. So while I was in the store with this gentleman taking care of him with some food, I inboxed this lady back, and I said, I apologize for not getting back to you. It slipped my mind, but did you still need some food? She was like, yes, ma'am, whatever. And so while he was doing what he was doing, I went and rounded up some food for her. So I'm knocking out these two people. Here's these two situations I'm knocking out right here. We're taking care of some stuff. Well, the young man went and he said this to me. He said, let me tell you something. He said, you put the word in action. You ain't just got lip service. He said, I see that. As a matter of fact, when we left from the store, I took the young man to eat at the wheelhouse. I didn't take him to Hardee's. I took him to the most expensive place that there is in Op and allowed him to order what he wanted to eat. And he sat there and ate and enjoyed himself. When I first pulled up there, he said, what we doing? What you finna do? I said, we finna go in here and eat. Oh, I ain't ever been in here, I really didn't have no, I didn't think I was going to ever, be able to go in here. So he had a canned soda I had bought him. This is the honest to God truth, y'all. So let me show y'all this kind of ministry in action for real. This is my life. I don't play with this. See, he had a can because I had bought him a canned drink. When we walked up to the wheelhouse, he was finishing up the canned drink. He went to stick the can in the flour. I said, no. Bring it inside. They can throw it away. Oh, okay. You see what I'm just how we as people need help in developing and how we are not used to when we get in environments that are different than what we're used to. How we are. How, if you don't watch it, you could be sitting at a 5-star place, still trying to live according to a 1-star mentality. I said, no, you don't have to do that. Bring it in. They can throw it away. They'll discard it. We go in, people see me. Hey, Delphine, what's going on? The cook's out the back. Hey, Delphine, when they know you, yeah. Because I refuse to be intimidated by it. I'm winning in life. He said, you are doing ministry for real. That's right. Let me tell y'all something. Whatever you're doing for real, you're serious about. If you ain't doing it for real, you playing. You will leave room for games with whatever you ain't doing for real. Whatever you're not doing for real, you will leave room for games. But whatever you are serious about, you ain't got time for games. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If you are in now and you are, say you cooking, and you focus on what it is that you cooking. Somebody coming now, playing some games or whatever, what is your response? Get out of here. I ain't playing. See what I'm saying? You don't have time to play in areas that you are serious in. But let me show y'all something. When you are that type person, people that are not serious think you're a jerk. They tend to take you as a jerk because you are serious and they're not serious. See, they still have time for games. They still have time for shucking and jiving. You know you ain't got time for shucking and jiving. Why? Because you got to have dinner on the table by a certain time, because you got to get ready to go to work maybe after you get through with dinner. You trying to do something. You got a focused goal, but they playing games. And because they're playing games, they think you're a jerk. They think you're a jerk. Me, on the other hand, don't care. Because I'm focused. I'm focused. I'm focused. So when you are set on winning in life, which is where we are and where we are going to be, when you are focused on winning in life, man, you will literally do whatever you got to do, remove any obstacles or what have you, when you are focused on winning in life. When you know, which brings me to the point of what I'm going to talk to y'all about today, and the series is winning in life, but I'm going to talk to y'all today about this right here, understanding the purpose of a thing. Understanding the purpose of a thing. When you understand the purpose of a thing, then you are goal-oriented to make sure that that purpose comes to pass. Y'all don't hear me today. You are goal-oriented to make sure that y'all, okay, all right, I'm finna go today now. I'm finna go. Check this out. You are goal-oriented to make sure that that thing comes to pass. To make sure it is. They kept saying when, was it Albert Einstein that did the light? That created the light, he kept making so many mistakes. It said people were literally picking at him about the situation. You need to quit. Okay, when the Wright brothers said they was going to fly, they had critics that was talking about them, saying that they was crazy. They had already discovered the law of gravity and all. They was like, gravity pushes you back down to earth. So how are you going to make it through gravity? And the Wright brothers said, by a power, there's going to be a thrust of power, a force that will go into gravity. We're going to create that force by putting mechanical machinery type things that will push it through to cause it to happen. Y'all crazy. That is not going to happen. But because they were purpose, they knew the purpose of a thing. They knew, they had already said in their mind, we're going to create what is called an airplane. It is going to travel through air. And it's going to be a plane, which means transport. So this air is going to this transport is going to transport you through air. Is what it is going to do. So when you understand the purpose of a thing, you don't stop till that purpose has been brought to pass. God help me. You don't stop. You don't stop until that purpose has been brought. Now you got to understand this, that there is going to be some that come along the journey of that purpose that are not going to be efficient. They're not going to be at the place of where you are. Okay, so let me just move through some scriptures without going to these texts. I'm going to use them for references. Let's go back to the book of Genesis and let me show y'all something. In the book of Genesis, I'm going to let's go to Genesis 1. Let me just start it from the very beginning. Y'all want this party started right, as they say. Let's start it from the beginning. Let's pull it all the way back to the beginning and let me show you something. Genesis chapter 1. Genesis chapter 1. Let me show you some purposes that started taking place concerning things. Verse 26, Genesis 1 and 26, it says, and God said, let us make man in our what? So he says the purpose of man is to be in what? In my image. I'm going to need y'all to get that. He said the purpose of man is to be made in what? I made you for my image's sake. Right? So let us make man in our image. And it says after our All right. So what he's saying is mirror. Let's talk. Let me give y'all what image is. Image is a visible impression. That's what an image is. It's